Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts about the 40K universe. I am your host Gershwan and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Imperial Cult. As I promised, we are going to do a part 2 where we go into the individual lives of an Imperial citizen and find out different ways in which they worship. We're going to be going all over the galaxy, basically, finding out how they worship. If you haven't checked out part 1, please click on the link above. That's going to take you to part 1, and you're going to learn more about the Imperial Creed. You kind of need to have background knowledge in order to watch the following parts of this video. But anyways, let's get into 40 facts about the Imperial Cult. The Emperor has a profound effect on the lives of the people he protects. To most, he is everywhere and everything. Part of every citizen's life is to honor the Emperor, often on a daily basis, for the protection and guidance that he provides. How they honor him will of course vary depending on where they live and just how they choose to view the Emperor. For example, on the world of Akriga, the priests of the High King teach that the Emperor is the king of the sky. Sky mill workers must keep their eyes averted from the heavens when they work high above the ground, lest they anger him with their impotence. Villages often make candle balloons in which to offer their prayers. On the mining world of Lungdom, the pit shafts are so dangerous that all miners undertake hour-long blessings by the station abbots before they descend. Miners that have refused or avoided such blessings are scorned or even killed by their co-workers, lest they bring ill luck to all, providing that perhaps the blessing does in fact protect from harm. And then there are worlds like Dwinlich, a feral world far from the civilization core of the sector, where primitive locals see the Emperor as a mighty star god and shave their heads so that at night he may look into their minds with his million eyes and see that they are faithful. Whatever the world's particular teachings, almost universally citizens pray before work, before meals, and before downtime. They thank the Emperor for what they have and pray to him for what they desire. As most citizens of the Imperium are poorly educated, often knowing only what they need to know to perform their jobs, prayer and teachings of the Ministorum are all they know of the galaxy or world beyond their homes. They often believe wholeheartedly that if they do not pray to the Emperor and follow the instructions of his clerics, they risk their very souls, a belief unfortunately justified on many worlds. Over time, citizens become intertwined in the rituals of worship so that daily prayer to the Emperor is as natural to them as breathing. For most, this is as far as they come in their religious practices, convinced of their faith, living and dying without ever questioning the Ministorum or the god it serves. Of course, there are those who stray from the path, paying no more than a lip service to the Imperial Creed. These people forget their faith, if indeed they ever had it, and instead choose to see the Emperor as a distant overlord, ruling an empire that he will never see from a state of neither death nor life. Such folk choose to live by their own set of morals and ethics, though usually they have little of either. On many advanced worlds, these kinds of people thrive, where the rise of technology has overshadowed spirituality and wonder. So too does it undermine the belief in a power greater than mankind. Such places can be breeding grounds for faithless or for those that would scorn the power of the Emperor for more tangible and immediate rewards. For many citizens, the truth is as always somewhere between fevered worship and the brink of heresy. Most civilians pray at their local shrine once a 10th cycle, and invoke the Emperor's name to protect them from evil. But beyond this, they go about their daily lives like everyone else. The tenets of the Imperial Cult, known as the Imperial Creed, are actually highly flexible and are tailored by the Adeptus Ministorum's missionaries to fit the native culture, existing religion, and cultural practices of whatever world it exists upon. Imperial cult practices adhered to on one world within the Imperium may be held in completely different view on another. The Adeptus Ministorum tolerates this vast range of practices and beliefs, as it would be impossible to maintain the faith by a standardized orthodoxy. The ecclesiarchy does enforce several basic tenets of the Imperial Creed. Deviations from this is considered heresy. The first tenet is that the God Emperor of mankind once walked among men in their form, and he is, and always has been, the one true God of humanity. The second is that the God Emperor of mankind is the only one true God of mankind, regardless of the previous beliefs held by any man or woman. The third is that it is the duty of the faithful to purge the heretic, beware the psyker and mutant, and to hate the alien. The fourth tenet is that every human being has a place within the God Emperor's divine order. And finally, the fifth is that it is the duty of the faithful to unquestionably obey the authority of the imperial government and their superiors who speak in the Emperor's name. Another reoccurring theme of the imperial faith is the notion of the end times, which gains particular momentum in the imperial cult towards the end of the 41st millennium, the millennium that we are currently playing in. Often tied to the notion of the end times is the belief that the Emperor will rise from the Golden Throne and complete the work that he has begun 10,000 Terran years ago, and deliver the faithful from all evils of the galaxy. While most view the end times as a time of deliverance and spiritual salvation, it is also believed by many within the ecclesiarchy that the God Emperor will sit in judgment of all mankind, and those who lack faith in him will be damned for all eternity. Aside from these central tenets of the Imperial Creed, there exists a great body of both sanctioned and unsanctioned additional dogmas, which vary from sector to sector and world to world, and is the subject of constant debate within the Ministorum's hierarchy. The subject and nature of the afterlife is one of such regular debated topics, with many teachings mentioning the form of an afterlife in which the faithful takes their place beside the Emperor of mankind for eternity. Other elements of the Holy Synod maintain a different version of the afterlife, and the nature of the belief in an afterlife varies greatly depending on the culture and the technological sophistication of a given imperial planet. To get more information on the afterlife, there was more details in the first part 1, so please check out our part 1 of the Imperial Cult. And those were 40 facts about the Imperial Cult and how citizens worship the God Emperor on a daily basis. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment down below if you guys have any more suggestions as far as topics that you guys would like us to discuss. And comment down below and let me know how awesome or how horrible it would be to live in the 41st millennium now that you know that you would have to worship the Emperor, not because his belief is true, but because you would be killed if you didn't. It really, really reminds me of my childhood. I grew up Catholic, and I see a lot of the borrowed influence from Catholicism into the Imperial Cult, and it's funny to me. But please guys, I would love to hear your input. Comment down below. We're going to read those and answer. And again, thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing. Please don't forget to share this with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. Help spread the word of Warhammer 40K so that more people can start playing, especially all those video game players. The tabletop game is awesome, and if you have the lore behind it, playing the game makes it all that awesome. So again, thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing. I'll catch you in the next one. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.